Morning and welcome to the 17th annual 4th of July Parade in Edina. My name is Rob Grumman. I'm the Vice President of Facilities and Operations for Fairview Southdale Hospital. And I also have the distinct pleasure this year of serving as the board chair for the Edina Chamber of Commerce, which also gives me the opportunity to work with this great lady.
I'm Ari Larson-Manty, President of the Edina Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber is proud to bring you the broadcast of this year's parade. And our timing could not be better, Rob. I just saw the Edina Police Motorcycle Officer, Jeff Bulks, warm up the crowd as he went by.
Great.
And now we're looking at the Edina Fire Department as they kick off this year's parade. We're starting with Tower 90. And I think a little behind them is Medic 3. The firefighters are joined on the trucks this year by their families. This is wonderful. Rob, I'm sure you can give us a little insight on Medic 3. I think you might have a close relationship with those gentlemen and ladies.
You know, we do. The EMTs, Edina's EMTs that come to the hospital are just the greatest group of officers. And they're always there. They're hooked up to our emergency department with the Bluetooth technology, so they can actually communicate with us before they actually bring a patient in. We've got a great working relationship with them, and it's really fantastic. They're a highly trained group of paramedics.
That is terrific, and the families look awesome. They're waving at everybody. You know, it's a little warm, but it's a beautiful day for parade. This year's parade, I need to tell you, as they come down, was organized by the Edina Community Foundation's Volunteer Parade Committee. The committee was led by Chair Richard Olson, and members of that committee include Artis Wexler, Craig Labacken, Dave Alkire, Frank Cardarell, John Curry, Kristen Oswald, Christy Odegaard, Marcia Buchek. Oh, and here we are with Famous Dave.
Famous Dave is our Grand Marshal this year for the parade. Recognized not only for his mouth-watering barbecue, and of course I'm already starting to taste it,
oh, me
but
too,
his support for veterans in Edina. They have a Veterans Day dinner since 2006. An estimated 190 veterans and their guests last year at dinner. And we heard earlier that there was a concern that the horses might have a problem with the heat, but it's great to see them all here today.
I think they're here. In fact, this is the Minnesota Equestrian All-Women Color Guard on horseback. They're appearing in our parade for the 7th year in a row. Here they go. They specialize in precision maneuvers choreographed to music. Let's just watch for a second as these beautiful horses do their thing. I think we have a little bit of a naughty one here for a minute.
Weren't we just talking about, weren't we talking earlier about
yes,
the pooper scooper? And
yes,
is there an official name for them? He's there today on rollerblades, so he's current.
Yeah, I think the horses are a little warm, and we're going to have a little excitement, I think, with them throughout the parade.
I think we are.
Oh, I can hear something, Rob.
We're also glad this year to have the Minnesota Police Pipe Band coming out of St. Paul. They're an annual tradition in the 4th of July parade as the opening act. The group pays tribute to the firefighters and officers throughout Minnesota. Minnesota Pipe Band is a nationally recognized top-quality competition and performance pipe and drum corps. Established in 1963, they perform all over the country in parades and concerts, and in Canada as well. They have a major presence also at funeral services for both police officers and firefighters killed in the line of duty.
They sound fantastic. Oh, what a wonderful group.
One of my favorite movies is Drumline, and I've always wished I could do that.
Me too. And right now we have Stand Up and Cheer for our honored veterans. The city of Edina is proud to honor veterans each year at every 4th of July parade. And coming up, we have our honored U.S. veterans riding and marching in today's parade. Look at all of them. I'm so happy to see some of them actually walking in today's heat. And please stand, wave, salute, or applaud. They would love it as they pass by. More than 75 veterans are either marching or riding in our parade from all branches of the military. We salute these men and women who served in conflicts, including World War II, which we just saw go by, a couple of them, Korea, Vietnam, Desert Storm, and of course, Iraq. As we have a moment with a color guard going by, it looks from the, could be the Marines. And here we go with the Twin Cities Squadron. Outstanding. You bet. You know, Mary, Councilperson Mary Brindle, has a fabulous little message for us about her love of the 4th of July, and we're going to let this go to and visit with her right now.
Let's cut to that right now.
Scott Crosby was on the parade committee beginning in 1998. He is credited with building in the veteran piece of our parade. If there is a piece of our parade that makes it unique, probably there are a couple. One is our treatment to the veterans and our respect for them and our huge invitation to have them be our parade. And then everything else is built around the meaning of 4th of July and the reason we have our heritage and our liberty to celebrate is because of our veterans.
Thank you, Mary. As she reflected on Rob, you know, really we call it the 4th of July, but it actually is Independence Day in so many, many ways.
It is, and we're celebrating this year the 236th anniversary for the United States.
Oh my gosh.
I looked it up.
You did?
I checked it out.
I don't feel that old, but gosh
well,
darn it.
you know.
This country looks fantastic for that age. And look at all these beautifully redone Jeeps, touched up to almost perfection. Even their costumes, Rob, seem to be.
I know.
The drivers are perfect.
You know, it's great that we've got so many veterans that want to take the time to come out and be in this parade.
I agree.
Great to have them participate, and I love these reconditioned vehicles, and I've got to believe that the young people today have it's great for them to see that, and
yep.
I'm sure that many of the young people here in the audience today have fathers and or grandfathers who served in the military. I know my dad was a pilot and a navigator during World War II, and spent some time over in Egypt and Italy, and had some pretty hair-raising stories, but was always extremely proud of his service to this country. And he and his brothers were all in the military, and it was a great honor for them to do so.
I would agree. My father was a belly gunner in World War II in a B-17, and flew out of England and did his 22 flights and came home, and thank goodness both of them came home safely, mine and yours, or we might not be here doing this parade today.
That's exactly true.
It is amazing. The World War II vets are something to behold, and it's such a shame that we're losing so many of them every day, but it's lovely to have them here with us right now. Oh, here's Rosie the Riveter.
Rosie the Riveter.
I love
Great.
it. She's looking pretty good in that outfit, and I don't think I'm going to mess with her with that wrench.
I don't think so. You know what I think is fun is on the sides of some of these vehicles, they actually have the names printed on there of either girlfriends or wives, or there was somebody that just went by a minute ago in a Jeep that had Emma Lou written on the side.
Someone special, obviously.
Yeah. Look at this old car. Isn't that great?
This is a staff car,
staff
I believe.
Car, sure.
Yep. And certainly circuit World War II. And they look, you know, I don't think those young gals in there are from World War II, but they are doing a great job driving it.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's easy to drive those. It's amazing how much love and tender loving care goes into these vehicles and keeping them in tip-top shape.
You know, there isn't a person that, at least as far as I can see, there isn't a person along the parade route that isn't right now standing and clapping. I see a couple of guys down the way there that are actually saluting as they go by.
Yep.
I think that just shows the incredible support for our military servicemen and women.
I would agree. I'm thinking that my husband is one of them, saluting them as a retired officer himself.
Sure.
It is amazing. The respect, you're right, is just
looks like we have a Jeep here that's needing to get a little tow line.
I wonder if it's the heat, the age, or it just didn't feel like going today. Oh, and here is our mention of please support the Edina Veterans Memorial. The city of Edina is looking to do a Veterans Memorial at Utley Park, and if you're interested in helping to raise the $400,000, which they are looking for, please visit edinamn.gov, which is the city's website, and they would love to share information and additional information about the beautiful memorial that's coming. And I think it's very exciting, and it's going to honor all branches and various conflicts that we have had. So it is going to be a beautiful thing. I just know it. I'm also going to take a second here in this little break to mention the 934th Airlift Wing in the state of Minnesota. I was honored, Rob, a couple of weeks ago to be the winner of the Global Viking Award for 2012 for my service and commitment to the 934th, and they are fabulous, and we support and love all of those men and women. I'm hearing drums. What do you think?
I am too. All right.
Get into the beat. I love it.
So coming up soon are the Lunds and Byerlys organization. They are the platinum sponsors for the 6th year in a row. Thank you so much. My wife and I are big supporters of Lunds and Byerlys.
I can attest to that myself.
We're there almost every week. And so without their sponsorship, this parade would not be possible. So thank you so much to the Lunds and Byerlys organization. They've got 2 stores in Edina, one at 50th and France, and one at Hazelton Road and France Avenue in the greater Southdale area. So please go and support them so they can continue to be a supporter of our great parade here.
Looks like they're promoting their home delivery and their web lane, which is fabulous. All right, I am excited to announce that the Spartans, the Richfield marching band from the Richfield High School, is on its way under the direction of Ben Hain. The award-winning Richfield High School band performs in parades around the Twin Cities. We're so glad they could join us here today. The Richfield Marching Spartans are in their 57th year, wow, of performing excellence. This year, their music selection is taken from Riverdance by Bill Willen and Tom Wallace. Were you an instrument player, Rob? Or?
I was. I not only played the trombone, but I played the drums in a marching band. And I was also the drum major in the Fighting Eagles Emerson Junior High School band in Bakersfield, California.
Wow.
And believe me, when you did a summer parade and you had to put on that big shake and that whole outfit, it was plenty toasty.
I am really happy to see the bands have chosen at least this one to put on a T-shirt rather than the hats. Oh, my goodness.
Exactly.
And the kids look great. The Edina 4th of July Parade is one of 10 parades that the Marching Spartans will do this summer. Drum majors are Sarah Schroeder and Jenny Lynch. Assistant director is Peter Dysart. And color guard instructor is Annie Severson. The drumline instructors are Chris Porter and Dan Olson. And lead chaperone was Tim Kinney. And I think I just saw him come right past us. So he had that look on his face.
And this is one of my favorite parts of the parade. The band is followed by the Richfield 4th of July ambassadors. Celebrating the 2011-2012 Richfield ambassadors. Riding on the float are Molly Coughlin, Michelle Heineke, and Ilani Sanchez, as well as the junior ambassadors, Lori Lee Swab and Tejas Ramujan.
They looked absolutely fabulous, didn't they?
They do, and they had that wave going exactly right.
Uh-oh, look who's coming now. I see.
Oh,
Council member Joni Bennett.
I see the councilman.
They're working. Oh, and city manager Steve.
And here's the council.
Here comes Scott Neal.
Manager
He's coming
Scott
up
Neal.
And he's going to fan us off. I love
All right.
it. This
Thank
is
you,
fabulous.
sir.
Hey, City Council. This year's float in the parade, they're honoring this year's parade theme of broad stripes and bright stars. The float features Betty Ross, played by Lorraine Hovland, wife of Mayor Jim Hovland, and there's Jim. Council members are Joni Bennett, Mary Brindle, Josh Sprague, and Ann Swenson. Mayor Hovland and the council member, Mary Brindle and Ann Swenson, will be up for election this fall. The filing period for affidavits for candidacy opens July 31st and closes August 14th. Good to see them, and they're looking like they're keeping cool. Look at the mayor, looks pretty cool.
He's looking good. I think I see lots and lots of T-shirts for candidates. We're going to be in that season here shortly.
And season it is.
Lots of stickers and handouts today. I'm sure everybody will walk home or go home today with something in their hands.
That is for sure. Well, I love these fans. I hope that maybe the camera crew can get a glimpse of one of these at some point. They are absolutely adorable, and what a great idea. It's the city of Edina, Minnesota's seal.
We may, as toasty as it is today, we might be able to sell these fans to the camera crew.
I think a little fundraiser for the city or the chamber is coming.
All right, and coming up next is one of our sponsors. Employees at Jerry's Food are pushing their grocery carts and handing out goodies. This is always so fun because it's they're using something right out of their store.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, it's just great.
Yeah, if they start doing cart races, I'm going to be very excited about that. But I think it might be a little toasty for cart races today.
Jerry's has been in the community for 50 years, serving the needs of our citizens of Edina, doing a great job.
Jerry's is a proud member of ours as well. Board Chair Rob, they've been with the chamber for years.
They have.
And my goodness, you know, they have not only the store in Edina, which is their home base, but of course they have one in Eden Prairie and a beautiful one in Sanibel.
Oh, great.
I feel like we might be in Sanibel today, but it is a phenomenal store. So how great that they can get all these employees to volunteer to come out and serve the community. We now have the Edina Park Board. They're participating in the parade for the first time. The 12-member park board develops and reviews plans for the acquisition and development of parks and recreational facilities, develops recreation programs, and enjoys doing park stuff in our city.
And up next are the Edina High School cheerleaders and coaches in the Edina Parks and Recreation Cheerleading Camp. Participants ages of girls are ages 5 through 12. They participate in a week-long program and love to perform in the Edina 4th of July parade.
And right now, in case you can't hear it, we have the middle school band. Looks like our middle school band is coming ahead of the high wheelers, and we're going to accept that as they sound terrific.
It looks like they are. What a fun group. I remember marching in several summer bands during the summer.
I bet you do. And look at how cute the socks are and the outfits. They look fabulous.
And it looks like we have some alumni that are also marching in the band.
I would say. And right behind them are the wheelmen. How do they ride these high wheelers? The Minnesota Wheelmen is a chapter of the national group, the Wheelmen. This group of vintage bicycle enthusiasts includes men and women from all over the Twin Cities. They appear in community celebrations throughout the summer, and boy, we're happy they were here. I don't think I'm talented enough to do that. That would scare the pants off of me. Very, very cool.
I have a hard enough time riding a bike that has two wheels of the same size.
Me too.
My wife and I have a tandem. And then up next is Amy Klobuchar, one of our state senators. She'll be running for election again this fall, running for re-election. Amy and I actually first met a long time ago when her young daughter was involved in a school that Target Corporation was supplying or supporting. So.
Wow. Well, she's got a big crowd in the parade.
She does. And as I said before, look, we got lots of T-shirts and lots of stickers being handed out here today. So
they sure do.
I'm sure everybody will walk away with a sticker by the end of the day.
Well, and here is Amy herself.
And there's
with her
Amy.
hubby.
There's Amy right at the very end. So.
And a reporter following close behind. So.
Absolutely.
That's a sign of the times I think, that they're right behind. Okay. And then right behind Amy, we've got Congressman Eric Paulson. He's represented the 3rd District since 2008. He lives in Eden Prairie with his wife and 4 daughters. And he is also seeking re-election this fall. And he's driving in a nice red Mercedes convertible in bright orange T-shirts, I might add. And, oh, they're pointing out Eric as he runs across the street. In case you didn't see tall, skinny Eric.
He's gonna run off a few pounds today if he keeps that up.
That he is. That he is. I love the sign, though. That's a great idea. Oh, and we've got a sign for Keith as well.
And right behind this group is Keith Ellison, Congressman Keith Ellison, representing Minnesota's 5th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives. He's been in office since 2007. The 5th Congressional District encompasses not only these parts of Minneapolis, but also St. Louis Park, Richfield, Golden Valley, Columbia Heights, New Hope. It has a pretty big area of the Twin Cities, the Minneapolis area.
And it sounds like we have a little cheering going on as the Keith Ellison group marches past us. And there's Keith right now shaking and waving hands.
And they are a noisy group.
They are. They are. And as they continue to pass, there's Keith shaking hands. We have Grandmothers for Peace coming. Not all of whom you might be wanting to know have actually got grandchildren, but they do meet monthly at the Edina Library to share concerns and become better informed about nuclear issues, war, violence, and environmental injustice issues. And I believe there's a handful of them riding in a car behind with a beautiful umbrella covering them, which I'll tell you, in today's heat, they do need a little coverage from the sun. They also have a legacy that they're concerned about, the legacy that they will leave for future generations. So there goes the Grandmothers for Peace. Thank you for joining us today. Looks like they've got 2 cars with them, and I don't blame them for not walking this parade this time. Thank you. We are now coming up to, I think, the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. And I'm seeing a great big SUV pulling a really nice looking speedboat there, Rob. The Hennepin County Sheriff utilizes unpaid volunteer special deputies to assist with various duties and day-to-day operations. These uses our enforcement services, special deputies, mobile amateur radio corps, mountain patrol, water patrol, and explorers. Oh, and can you hear them? There are approximately 120 special deputies who volunteer their time for the sheriff's office, and I'm sure there are a handful of them doing that right now. What a beautiful boat.
And right behind the sheriffs is representing one of my favorite food groups, Red Wagon Pizza, a mobile-fired oven operating out of the Linden Hills Farmer Market. They're offering fundraising opportunities to the community and provide great service. And I can almost smell the pizza as it comes up here the road.
I think you can, and they are actually flipping the dough. I love it.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Oh,
yeah.
They are. That is a really cute float. What a great idea. Shortly behind them, we have the Zura Shriners. They have been involved with charities from their very beginning. One of their most prominent has been a Christmas basket and cheer program for needy families, as we watch a wonderful clown working his way down the street. In 1922, the first Shriners Hospital for Children was opened, and shortly thereafter, the Twin Cities unit opened in 1924. Currently, there are 22 hospitals, 19 orthopedic units, and 3 burn units. The services of these hospitals are free to children up to the age of 18 years old, regardless of race, religion, or relationship to a Shriner. That is they are a remarkable organization.
It's great. It's great.
Rumpy for
Hi,
president.
guys.
Applause, applause. Thank you. I just love them. They are terrific.
Up next are the Edina Baton Twirlers, who get their skills taught through the Edina Community Education Summer Shades program. Students are 5 through 11, and they learn their basic skills and exciting tricks. One of the things that they learn that seems a little scary to me is that they learn how to do this with twirling fire. And, I'm hoping that's done under the supervision of a special instructor.
Me too.
But this is their premier parade appearance.
Wow. Fabulous. And there goes Abby's Hope is waving at us. Fabulous. And right behind Abby's Hope is Carver County Mounted Posse. It's one of several color guards appearing in today's parade. These beautiful horses and their riders hail from Waconia, Minnesota. We have good friends at the Waconia Chamber of Commerce. And Abby's Hope is walking past as well. Abby's Hope Charitable Foundation is a nonprofit founded in honor of Abby Taylor in 2007. Abby was playing in a public wading pool when an improperly maintained pool drain pulled part of her intestinal tract out. Since then, for next 9 months, she fought many, many challenges and unfortunately did pass away. But today the foundation is in honor of her and fiercely and passionately works to safeguard kids both in and out of pools. Good to have them here with us.
And right behind them, I think the Carver County Mounted Posse just passed by.
Yep, they did. They did. And I think we have a jailbreak here. I could be wrong, but I see a person.
Oh, I see somebody in stripes. Oh, yeah.
I do. And I hope they're coming after her and not you and I.
And this is my most favorite parade float of all time.
Gee, where would it be? I have the feeling that I'm seeing Fairview Southdale Hospital, which is an acute care hospital providing medical care for southwest suburbs. In addition to their float, Fairview is also involved in the 4th of July festivities every year, sponsoring the annual fireworks display at Roslyn Park. Fairview employs more than 2,000 people. I bet you have a thought on this.
I do. And you know what? They have a parade here, a float that honors 142,000 babies that have been born since 1965. They have about 3,200 babies each year at that hospital. They're a top 100 hospital recognized by health grades in this country and do a really, really great job.
They are adorable. I wonder if any of those kids in that one were born there.
You know, I had the pleasure of being in the parade in that float. And as we drove by last year, almost everybody yelled out I was either born there or I had members of my family born there or
fabulous.
my children were born there.
You're such a great community.
Yeah, it was
it's
great.
Fabulous. We love having you guys.
Bringing up the rears, Brad Beard. All right, hey.
Come on over, say hi. Good to see you. Happy 4th of July, Brad. Thank you. And right behind Fairview, in case you can't hear them, is the crack, snare drum, and flat of Sousa Band. That's you.
Go ahead.
And they're having a to them. Look at that horn section, Rob.
They were formed in 1999, and they're the only New Orleans-style brass band in Minneapolis. And they are the ambassadors of Crescent City's brass band tradition.
And I think they're now singing to us.
I think
love
they
it.
are. I think they are.
Oh, my. And we'd like to thank First Minnesota Bank for also being part of the band today. They're coming up right in front of the Anoka High School band. As Anoka band makes its way past us, here they come. Can you hear the drums that's starting to play there, Rob?
I can. Again, I think about marching in those hot summer parades, but they look like they're doing a great job and having a wonderful time.
Marching bands. That's the best part of the parade.
I do too. It's great to see these young kids who dedicate their time and effort come out today to be a part of this parade.
Not to mention the parents that also participate in it. All right, and as we look forward to the band marching past us, we have the Rotary Club making its way. Rotary is a worldwide organization of business and professional leaders, and they have stopped right in front of us. Rotary Club of Edina was started in 1957 and currently boasts 160 members. Riding in the unit today is Chris McGinty and his wife Jane and their daughters. The theme of Rotary is Peace Through Service this year for the parade, and we appreciate it. I hear more music.
I do too. The John Philip Sousa Band was formed in 1970 by a group of Edina High School graduates. They're in its 42nd year, and the Sousa Band entertains year-round to packed houses in Edinburgh Park, Centennial Lakes, and parks throughout the Twin Cities.
Oh my goodness, I see a skunk coming. I hope it doesn't stop by us, Rob.
Hope
That's
not
all
either.
I can say. Better known as a clown skunk, folks. As a couple of clowns make their way entertaining the children, it's fabulous. They're having a great time.
And behind them, the Edina Basketball Association is a nonprofit organization designed to provide recreational competitive basketball programs for youth residing in Edina and attending Edina high schools, or Edina schools, excuse me. I'm going to get my grandson into that for sure.
Well, and those dads are smart. They're squirting them with a little water as they walk past. That's
good
fabulous.
Plan, good plan.
Fabulous. Oh, yeah. Good turnout for the band. And they're walking and doing the basketballs all at the same time. That's fabulous. Which leads right into a wonderful connection of our Do Town. Do Town is an effort to create a healthier Edina. And here they come with their blue and white Do Town signs and umbrellas, smart to keep them out of the sun. Do Town supporters are working together in neighborhoods, communities, schools, and workplaces to make us a healthier community. We are involved with this group with Blue Cross Blue Shield, as well as the cities of Richfield and Bloomington. And Do Town volunteers and staff are walking and doing their groove. If you listen, you can hear. Rob, do you have your groove on?
I got my groove on.
I think so. We would break out into it, but
I love that guy that dances on the TV ad.
I do too.
Isn't that
He
great?
is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
I actually started wearing sweater vests again in his honor.
Well, I think that's fabulous.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you don't have one on today, though.
That's true. It would
Yep.
not be a pretty
Would
sight.
not be a pretty sight. But it is great to be here, and it is, so far, it's been a fabulous parade. And even though it is a tad warm, it's a beautiful day for a parade.
It is a little toasty, but I noticed lots of people with water.
Yep.
I noticed I'm going to come and do the sunscreen concession here next year. I noticed a lot of people wearing sunscreen. That's good. So moms and dads, make sure your kids are slathered up.
Exactly.
And keep them hydrated. Lots and lots of water.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that true? Uh-oh, I just heard a little shot.
I hear shots fired. Shots fired. The Upper Midwest Premier Old West Performance Troupe, Shadows of the Old West. Experience the excitement of 1880 Americana, recreated in authentic detail and entertaining crowds, engaging fun that keeps people talking well after. These folks have been doing this for 10 years now.
Woo.
They've thrilled small towns, local fairs, corporate events in big cities. This reminds me of going to Corriganville when I lived out in California as a kid. Lots of great costumes and lots of fun. Oh my gosh, there looks like Annie Oakley is walking up the street right now.
It does, and she's got a really big gun. It also reminds me of the show that was just on the History Channel, the Hatfields and McCoys.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
It was.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Looks like there might be a duel here.
Here she goes.
Some Annie Oakley's
Annie Oakley.
going to be shooting.
Here she goes. Whoa, she got one. And we're looking for the orange. Oh, she got the second one. All right. Okay, we also, right behind that set of heroes, we have superheroes coming. And it looks like we have Superman for sure coming down. And right behind Superman, oh, I think I might see Superwoman. Or Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I think it is.
Right.
Oh my gosh, and is that Batman coming?
Batman?
Oh my gosh, look at all of them. I think the kids are loving it, just loving them. And of course, I am sure that the Cape Crusader is out here keeping everybody in good shape, keeping them honest and safe.
Absolutely.
Taking care of all the bad guys along the parade route.
Fun to see them, but it might be a little toasty in those outfits today.
I'm thinking the leather one might be just a oh, he's got two waters, thank goodness.
I'm thinking superheroes, though, may not be affected by the heat.
No, I'm thinking you're right, too. They are super, after all. And right behind the superheroes, we have International Dairy Queen. They're another silver sponsor of the parade. We love Dairy Queen, whose corporate headquarters are 7505 Metro Boulevard. Today, the Dairy Queen staff is joined by their mascot, Curly Cone. We also love Grill and Chill, and both organizations are good chamber sponsors.
Chamber members,
and we love them. Absolutely love them. I'll tell you, it's a good thing that Curly Cone is a costume, because he would have unfortunately melted somewhere along the way, I'm afraid to say. But he's holding his own. Ah, yes. There's a great close-up of Curly Cone. He's waving away. I love it. We might have to stop on the way home and get one of those.
We might.
I'm
Although my wife has rationed out the number of times I can stop at Dairy Queen these days.
Okay, so we're controlling the frequent shoppers, huh?
We are.
And right behind Dairy Queen, it looks like we have Linda Masika, who is a previous member of the Edina City Council, and she has announced her intention to run for mayor this fall as she passes in a red convertible.
Directly behind Linda's car is Ron Earhart, running for the DFL and labor-endorsed candidate for the Minnesota House. Previously served in the House from 1990 to 2008. There he is. We saw him earlier today. He stopped by the booth and said hello.
Yes, he is. And he's sitting well on a nice convertible.
He was he was envious of us for the fact that we were sitting in the shade.
He just covered up his face. He's teasing us from the car. Thank you, Ron. And right behind him is Bill Glahn. He is the Republican-endorsed candidates for Minnesota House District 49A. They are in the bright green as they make their way.
I don't know.
There's Ron.
There's Ron making his way down the parade route.
Yep. And there goes Terry Jacobson. And Terry is campaigning for State Representative House District 49B, as in boy. And right behind in a big white pickup truck is Paul Rosenthal. Was elected to the state legislature in 2008 and represents Edina and West Bloomington, where I happen to live. Paul is a DFLer, looks forward to making a run for state capitol again this fall. And there he is, making his way through the crowd.
Again, we're going to be in that season here shortly where the candidates are going to be all over town. Be great to hear their platform and hear what's going on.
It sure would be, and they all have huge crowds this year despite the heat, which is fabulous.
Absolutely.
I think we are definitely knee-deep in that season, as you said.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wolf Central is located 1 block off of Penn Avenue at the crosstown, and they are driving a gold Ford station wagon with, wolves behind them, better known as dogs. They are across from Lund's in Richfield, and they provide daycare, grooming, and boarding services for friendly dogs and keep your pets safe and emotionally, physically while you're away. Look at all those puppies. They're doing great in this heat. It's fabulous. I love it. The humans are not drinking the water. The puppies are. That is perfect. They are a silver sponsor of this year's parade, and we're glad they're here.
Right behind them, the Edina Cub Scouts. They're certainly a staple in the Edina 4th of July parade every year. Very special participants who walk the parade route in reverse to pick up litter left on the roadway. My son was a Cub Scout. I was a Cub Scout. Many of our friends were Cub Scouts. Great scouting organization.
Well, and I have a sense that right behind them are the Girl Scouts. And I was a Girl Scout. And boy, I got to tell you, I still love those thin mitts. And in fact, I have a couple boxes of them in my freezer.
Both of my daughters were Girl Scouts, and they were actually in Brownies first and then Girl Scouts. What a great experience for them growing up and learning lots of skills, meeting lots of really good friends. They still have many of the girls that they were in the scouting organization with when they were younger remain their friends today, and it's just a great opportunity. Look at all those smiling faces.
I know, aren't they adorable? And what both the Cubs and the Scouts teach kids about responsibility and the country and caring for others. They're great organizations.
Absolutely.
It's good to see such a great turnout. And they are having fun with our camera crew. I love it.
They are, absolutely. It's great.
Yep. Just adorable. And I believe behind them in a bright blue convertible, I am seeing Keith Downey.
Keith Downey.
Keith Downey is a Republican-endorsed candidate for the Senate District 49, representing Edina. Keith is currently part of the Minnesota House of Representatives and stepping up to the Senate in his run this year. And he's looking good. Oh, and I actually think that the blue car is an advertisement, I apologize, for Johnny Appleseed. I couldn't see that from where we were, but they're throwing out candy.
Yeah, sponsored by St. Stephen's Episcopal Church.
Yes, they are. And it looks like the two have combined forces, so Keith is right behind.
He's right on their tail,
he
exactly.
Sure is. Yeah. Keith's wearing the bright red color this year. Oh, there's Johnny Appleseed. Outstanding. One of the volunteers for Keith.
Great old Mustang.
Oh, isn't that great? I love it.
And Melissa Franzen also running for Senate seat in District 49 this year. There's her group.
Yep,
with
right.
a candidate right in the middle.
Absolutely. And I give them credit. Their arms are probably waving right off. It's outstanding. But I suppose it forms a little bit of a breeze. So it's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing. And I believe as Melissa Franzen passes by and they're waving off. Hello, good to see you. Happy 4th of July. Yep, I see.
Representative Kurt Bills is the Republican candidate for the U.S. Senate from Minnesota this November. Kurt is an economics teacher at Roseville High. He was elected to the Minnesota House of Representatives from Rosemont and Apple Valley in 2010. Representative Bills wants to bring economics, or Econ 101, to Washington. Nice way to play on that academic.
That's for sure. Absolutely. And boy, he's got a good crowd.
And look at this bus coming in here.
Yeah. And I believe it is for him, is it not?
It is.
Oh, my gosh.
Kurt Bills, U.S. Senate, 2012.
And the bus is red, white, and blue, and that's fantastic as well. I think as our our bus makes our way past us. Nice little outline of the state of Minnesota, by the way, on that bus. We're going to have our wonderful Jan Callison, and Jan currently represents Edina as Hennepin County Commissioner. I've gotten to know Jan pretty well over the last year while dealing with Southwest Light Rail at the chamber level, and she does a fantastic job for the area as a commissioner. I haven't seen Jan yet.
I can't quite see the candidate in there.
I know that we're looking for her. Where is Jan? I'm sure oh, there she is, towards the back in a red on the opposite side of the street from us. I think the camera's got her coming. There she comes. Sure. There she is, waving at us. Outstanding. Jan's trying to keep her cool, as we all are, as she hands out her. Oh, and there's Dave Nichols, who is also with Jan's office, and he's going to come over and say hi. Good to see you. Happy 4th of July. We are broadcasting live. You betcha.
Up next, Edina Football Association celebrating its golden anniversary. Edina Football Association has funded, organized, and run youth football in Edina for 50 years.
Wow, and
Look
we're hearing a cheer behind us, and that's for Organizing America, Minnesota. It is President Obama's grassroots campaign in Minnesota as they cheer us by. Good to see you, Jan. We just got a hello from Commissioner Jan Coulson.
Look at all those football players in Edina green.
Oh, man, it looks great, doesn't it?
It does.
They are always fun to watch, and they're such a great group of young men. We just love them. Yep. They're having a great time.
I wonder how many of those young men have grown up to play football at Edina High School and everyone afterwards.
I'll tell you. They look like they're ready to do that, I'll tell you. Nice broad shoulders and good linemen driving by there. Got some nice looking trucks bringing them too.
Holmenstead Senior Care is an in-home medical senior care. The caregivers are committed to understanding each client, and they are a silver sponsor of our parade this year. Glad to have them with us.
Oh, we sure do thank them. Absolutely. You know, being one of the oldest communities, average age-wise in Edina, we probably have a lot of people that are in need of their services from time to time.
We do, and that's growing each year, of course.
Yes. Sign me up now, because it's not too far away.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I might need to get my name on the list there shortly.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And they're saying hi. They're fabulous as they're heading out. It looks like they're handing out goodies. And speaking of goodies, behind them we have dialed the clock back for 200 years. Can you believe it? The Daughters of the American Revolution appear in their wonderful colonial costumes, and they're handing out goodies from the back of a Ford pickup, which I'm not thinking they didn't have that 200 years ago.
I don't think so.
Might have been behind a horse, but I think it's pretty cool that they've got that truck working for them this time. And they are passing out penny candy and plants to children. Now that's an interesting change.
That
plants.
is. Yes, it is.
I love it. And they have a beautiful quilt over the front of their truck, which is
really
cool.
Then look at this. One of my favorites, Edina's own Jugheads. They've appeared in every 4th of July parade. Paul and Whitney Arneberg started this wonderful group when they were advisors of Wise Guys, an after-school activity program for preteen students in Edina. You know,
I cannot do that.
I know how to juggle 3 tennis balls badly, just like that young man right there. I can do that if everything is perfectly still and I'm not disturbed by anything like TV or radio or barking dogs.
So in other words, walking in the parade and doing it at the same time would not work for you?
No. I have to stand perfectly still.
Oh,
now
look
watch
at
this.
Watch them go.
Now watch
Here
this.
they go.
Here they go.
Look at that.
Isn't that amazing?
I tell you. I think I would have hit my partner in the head at least multiple times by now. I suggest that we don't volunteer to do that next year.
Do you know this organization involves hundreds of kids from Edina's and neighboring communities?
Wow.
Members and alumni from Jugheads have performed all over the United States, winning awards with their extraordinary skill.
Look at him go. Oh, my gosh.
Look at that.
Absolutely fabulous.
All right, now that's way past my skill level.
Oh, my gosh, me too. Me too.
This though makes me want to run home and get my 3 tennis balls
Let's
out and see if I can do that
right
again.
now. Right behind the Jugheads in a beautiful convertible is the Minneapolis Aquatennial Senior Alumni Association, conducts the Aquatennial events for seniors. They have a bowling tournament, they play cards, they do a formal dance, they have some choral performances, and they sponsor bingo at the Minneapolis Veterans Home. Currently, we have the senior princess, and she is Sherry Blood, wife of former Edina police officer Mike Blood. Mike and Sherry Blood were Grand Marshals of the Edina Parade in 2007. She's also joined by Commodore Doug Hare. And it's great to have you all here. Good to see them all. They look fabulous. The royalty attends parades such as this one and other community events. The senior queen is Jan Christensen and Peter King is the Commodore. Look at them wave. They are fabulous. I didn't know that they had senior Aquatennial.
I believe they do. Right behind them, Bethel #1 Job's Daughters is a youth organization for girls 10 through 20. And they create opportunities for young women to learn skills through planning, leadership, service to others, participating in planning activities.
And right behind them is Victoria Dance Productions. I think they're going to dance.
Right, I hope they do.
Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, fantastic. Look at them.
They've been training. Yeah, they've been training dancers since 1993. They're celebrating 20 years of productions of bringing dance excellence to Edina. They are one of our gold sponsors. Now watch, here she goes.
Here she goes.
Right there.
Oh
my goodness.
Gosh. Woohoo! That was fabulous.
Now I'll do the tennis balls, but I'm not doing that.
Exactly. And here's something else we might want to do.
The Edina Swim Club,
Yeah.
one of the oldest swim clubs in Minnesota with more than 300 swimmers. My girls were both swimmers, and they swam competitively against Edina Swim.
Uh-oh. Well, I think the whole group's here, and I'm following them to the pool. I don't know about you, but I'm going right behind them.
Chicks on Sticks. Here they are. Twin Cities all-female stilt walking and performance group. Favorite in our parade. They were founded in 1998 and perform all over the Twin Cities.
I couldn't do that either.
Ari, I want to tell you something. I can't do it that high, but I did learn to walk on stilts as a kid.
Oh my
But not quite that high.
That is amazing.
Now, if I were looking for a date, Chicks
Yep.
on Sticks, I'd
They
get
would
my
be doing.
sticks or my stilts out.
And right behind them is the Energy and Environmental Commission. And we are very happy to let you know that the commission includes Chairman Bill Sirks, Diane Plankett-Latham, Bob Gubbard, John Hare, Keith Kostich, Sarah Zarin Mahate, Julie Reiser, Tim Radicki, Paul Thompson, and 2 non-voting Edina High School students. Fabulous. And right behind them is XL Energy and Centerpoint's Home Energy Squad. Call them so they can help you boost your energy and save money. That's the right way to do it. They're fabulous.
Oh, I love this group. Minnesota Traditional Morris is a men's English folks dance team dancing the style of Morris, originating in Cotswold Hills in central England. Look at those costumes.
Oh, they're so cool.
The style is known as Cotswold Morris. Dancers perform from 1 to 8 team members dancing, music provided by violin, mandolin, pipe, and tabor.
Oh, I just love listening to the bells on their legs. It's amazing.
Yeah.
They are doing a terrific job. And right behind them, looks like we have the Democrats of Minnesota, I believe.
I believe so. Sponsoring candidate Barnes for U.S. Congress.
Yep. And they've got a good turnout as well as they make their way down. Oh, and another arrow pointing out the candidate, which is right there. That is very helpful when they have such large crowds.
Oh, I see the the arrow now. Yeah.
Yep.
There he is, right there.
It's a good way for, I'm sure, them to keep track of him and for us to keep track of him.
Right.
Either way, we're very happy. And I hear the drums. The drums, they are a-coming. And I'm very excited to say that part of the Moo Taiko drums is a favorite part for the Edina Parade audiences every year, and you can hear them rumbling. My chest is rumbling as they make it way down the street. They are being carried by Bobby and Steve's Auto World. And let's listen to the perfection of the Japanese drums as they make their way. Oh, look at them. Aren't they wonderful?
They're great.
Our camera crew is doing a fabulous job of getting close-ups. Oh, here they come. Can you hear them? Can you feel them?
I can feel it. The percussion right now is beating on the table here.
Oh, my goodness. I hope when the audience is listening and watching, they can feel this just coming right through the television. It is just fabulous. Outstanding. Thank you, Edina Channel 16 camera crew. They're wonderful.
And coming up next, the Corvair was named Motor Trend of the Year, Motor Trend Car of the Year in 1960. So for all you car buffs, you probably know this, know the history of them. They're featured on the cover of Time magazine, introduced in 1958, manufactured for 7 years until Ralph Nader, who was then credited with causing the demise of this gem, and his comment that Corvair was unsafe at any speed. And there's a Corvair in here that has a license plate that says Nader on it.
I have seen that. I'm not sure it has passed us yet, but I've seen it in years. I love these cars. They might be unsafe, but I'd have a good time riding one of these.
I had a good friend in college who actually raced a Corvair in road racing and out on the Bonneville Salt Flats. And my wife and her family, her dad was a GM executive. They owned a convertible Corvair, just like the one coming up here, the red one.
Oh, look at that, behind this one.
Now, I think this yellow car, I don't know about that being a Corvair. That must be a modified Corvair.
Do you think? Just a little modified?
Just a little bit of body work on that.
He looks like he's ready to just take off, doesn't he?
Although, you know what? It's probably a Corvair chassis under that would be my guess.
Powered by
Corvair.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And here's one that's look at that yellow, bright yellow. And I'm glad that some of the convertible guys have either an umbrella or a hat on.
I did not realize they had a Corvair club in Minnesota.
Isn't it amazing?
But look at all these cars.
Look at the one that says 1964. That's a beauty.
I know.
My goodness.
They're beautiful.
Just beautiful. And are those gas tanks that I see up in the front? It looks like that's where they fill them in the front.
They were.
My goodness.
The gas tank had an opening on the front end.
Very cool. Now we have the Morningside Women's Club, and its community service organization is walking right down past us. And they, thank goodness, have umbrellas on, and they are celebrating with their aprons, waving their tea towels, and having a great patriotic ponytail parade. And they look absolutely wonderful. I love the scooter. They're looking great. Nice convertible behind that as well.
Absolutely.
And I think right behind them we have the Republican Party of Minnesota and of course the Edina area coming down. And I don't know if there is a candidate with them or if they are just the group of Minnesota Senate District 41, but oh look, they are doing a little dance move.
They've got a routine.
I love it.
I don't think they have a candidate. It's just the Republican for Senate District 41.
Absolutely. But they do have a kick line going. So
they do.
Oh, look at that. Way to go. I love it.
They've got it down. They know what they're doing.
Yep. They definitely know that they do need to entertain all of us as they make their way down the parade, which is fabulous.
And there is a parade, there is a float. Oh, and coming up next, the Good Samaritan United Methodist Church has 2 giant puppets. Look at the size of those.
Aren't they amazing?
Oh, you know what? I only see one.
I see one.
I see one. Maybe the other one had a little heat problem.
Might have gotten a little overwhelmed with the sunshine today, possibly.
Each of the puppets is controlled by an adult center pole and then one adult operating each arm. They're connected through long rods. First time Good Sam used these types of puppets was in 2009 in the Christmas Eve children's service, or at a Christmas Eve children's service.
I give the person credit for being under that. That cannot be a cool endeavor, let's put it that way.
You're right. The head is made out of paper mache and the rest of it's got poles. It looks like they're bamboo poles.
Yep. Oh, look at her, look at the puppet wave. That's fabulous.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my, look at the detail on his face. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing more music, Rob.
I am too.
And I think what we're hearing that's starting to come into focus is the Lakeville High School Band. They have performed in parades all over the country. Oh, they sound terrific. I love bands. They just get me so excited. They were also lucky enough to be in the President George W. Bush's second inauguration parade in 2008 Rose Bowl parade and more. I'm a big Rose Bowl fan myself.
I am too.
Love it. And they appear in the Edina parade every other year, alternating between us and Delano and Apple Valley. The parade is in the direction of Nathan Earp, and I'm going to be quiet and let them march past us. Look at them. Well, we wish everybody a wonderful 4th of July. Be safe, but have a great time. And Rob, this was wonderful.
This was great. Ari, it was great to work with you. It was delightful. Glad to see the great turnout of all the young families here today. This has become sort of a family tradition for folks.
It sure has. Before we sign off, we'd like to thank the Edina Police Department for their help in closing the roads, controlling traffic, and maintaining order with more than 15,000 spectators who were estimated to line the parade route today. Thank you so much, you guys, and happy 4th of July.
And we're signing off. Stay cool. Drink lots of water.
Yep.
Bye now.
See you next year.